Hello, more? Academia. Seems that I have been summoned by Moore in a dream.
I saw what happened. So, you found a way to unequivocally shape your destiny. As far as I know, there is no record of your newly acquired archetype ever being used, even in ancient times. An archetype whose existence was only theoretical, known to some scholars as the magic of true sovereignty. Indeed, a power of legend. I once said that to be elder was your inescapable fate. However, it seems the truth was more complex than that. Magic is a process by which we confront fate and tame anxiety, and archetypes are its essence. They are manifestations of a resolve capable of heroic virtue. So then, what do you think is the foremost, most inescapable fate a person must bear?
The foremost fate? Not really sure, but for me to be me, and for you to be you? Or something like that.
Indeed. It is birth that is inescapable. You cannot choose who you are born to, and once your familial place is determined, that fate cannot be changed. Yet by some strange tangle of destiny, you were given a choice that the very act of existence denies most people. By your own will, you were born again as a prince. Do you understand? You stand on the threshold of truly becoming a ruler, not as an unearned title of bloodline's chance, nor as a mere authority over people. You have taken control of your life. You are ready to rule your very self. That is what it truly means to be a hero. And it is the crux of the power that is awakened within you. What glorious coincidence indeed, that I, as a scholar of archetypes, might cross paths with and witness such a remarkably fated boy. It almost bespeaks...
Indeed, 'tis his hands that bear our fate.
Yeah, so I was still thinking like, wait, who are you, Moore? Who are you? Come on.
Who? I remember. I know that I know this voice. Had I forgotten it all this time? Yes. I swear I've heard it before. And I let it slip from my mind. Who are you? You with this voice that moves hearts, speak. Who are you? Why have you awakened this boy to his power?
If it is answers you seek, then go and claim them.
Are you? Could you be?
As for you, I bid thee awaken. Move onward to thy final ordeal. Take thy place at the final proving of the ascension of kings.
My consciousness faded away and I was sent back to my sleep. I'm reminded that Moore was the author of the fantasy novel. Has Moore visited the ancient Elden Sanctum? I think that puts the pieces together on what I was starting to think with Moore there. Like, because I was expecting him to be up on that big floaty rock. The things he's spoken about, his royal connections, the fact he's visited the ancient Elden Sanctum, the fact the book is like your parents' legacy.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Hey, it's a new day, everyone. Moore's the king, right? Right?
Okay, all our preparations are just about set. Now that this is actually happening, I've got some pre-show jitters.
All this royalty? It always felt they lived in a different world to the likes of me. Never figured I'd be walking alongside one myself.
'Tis proof that bloodline decides nothing. We are one people living in a shared world.
Yes, Ismay. Again, this is where I was hoping they would get to. It's like, yeah.
Looks like this is gonna be our last mission. Any final words you want to say?
Ooh.
What do I say?
Wow. I feel so motivated.
Thank you to Gallica's voice actor there. Perfect. Nailed that. Just line reading was brilliant.
Yet if he suddenly spoke with the eloquence of a philosopher king, 'twould bemuse more than it would spur.
You can take it at your own pace. We're all getting used to it gradually.
About the new stuff you've felt and learned since becoming the prince. Can I ask you one more thing?
Go ahead.
Why is it that you want to be king? It's not about honor or power, is it?
I'm gonna go with the humorous option. Oh, hopefully they just backed me in the bum.
I mean, it'd be nice to have more coin in hand.
I'm gonna assume you were hoping to lighten the mood.
You would be correct.
'Tis no secret that we have struggled to fund our own armory. Yet do remember, there is a place and time for these japes.
Well, I guess this means we're ready as we're gonna be.
I like they called him out on it. Okay, so head to Grand Trad. Head to Grand Trad. Let's move.
You see?
I doubt all in Grand Trad will give us a warm reception. Still, should we choose not to fight, then Luis's victims only pile higher.
Yeah.
Easy to say will help anyone, but doing it's a whole nother thing. All the more reason we gotta prove we're serious by putting our lives on the line. We'll lead by example. Besides, it won't be the first time we've crawled our way up from the bottom. Too true, too true.
After having made so many sacrifices, the group has gained new powers and ascertained new truths. Their arch-enemy, Luis, already has one hand on the throne. Even so, they march ever forward, spirits rekindled by battle. They head to Grand Trad, for the fight is far from over.
Oh, hello.
That Elden boy is nowhere to be found. I suppose it's only a matter of time until Luis takes the throne.
Speaking of which, I don't see the general.
The voice of the pro-Luis faction became too overwhelming. He was ultimately forced out of his position. Why is this happening? Even if the Sanctus Church's favor has collapsed, why is it that Luis alone is reaping the benefits?
The public mind is the same as it's always been. It's too difficult to find answers in themselves, so they follow those who provide. We've certainly relied on that ourselves.
Again, this is what I was wanting with the Foden stuff. Like we explored this idea. It's almost like it's just slightly out of sequence with how I expected it to be. It's still got there, still got those points, but it's just like, yeah, I expected that a bit earlier. It's just still have like, I feel at this point how I feel about it is like I still have Luis come back, but they could have just had it be like, say, a week or a few days or something like that, rather than how quickly it came about, just to explore these ideas a bit more. We could see it actually happen and play out. That would have been interesting.
It's always easier to follow than to have to make all the risks yourself. Now that we are out of ideas, what can we do?
Can you imagine Luis on the throne? Can you imagine what he'd do with us? We'd be the first on the chopping block. Do we hide? Run? Our ships are in port.
Is this really the time for idle chit-chat?
Who are you?
Just a passing wastrel. Thought I'd drop in for a word since I was in the area. You might have one way to survive.
What are you up to? You've always been there in the background. Like, what's going on here?
Well then, let us depart.
Lord Luis, your pardon. We've encountered an unexpected snag. I killed the prince in the Elden village. I confirmed his death, yet it appears the boy candidate has merged with his corpse. It seems the prince is now resurrected.
Resurrected?
Yes, and what's more...
Wait, there's more?
The boy candidate was the actual prince after all. Something about his soul having traveled independently, and then returning to his corporeal body.
I see. So his ideal form was spun from Magla. Whatever the case, this means the land's true prince has reawakened in his sanctum. How interesting. After these long years, my chase may finally come to an end. My nemesis awaits.
Lord Luis, what is it about that bastard that fascinates you? Yeah, I won't let it end like this. I have to do better. I need more power. I will show Lord Luis I am worthy of his gaze.
Is that what it's all about to you?
We'll soon be arriving above the royal capital.
Excellent. As planned, increase altitude and enter the royal palace in the sky.
Are you certain? We'll be heading directly to His Majesty, the former king, and...
Rest assured. That old fool is powerless to stop me now. Proceed.
Understood.
Let the final banquet begin.
Dibba-dibba-doom. Taking its time? Why? What's going to happen? Oh, okay.
Come on, any takers? Any bets for the other candidates? Remember, if Luis loses, a silver coin could turn into mountains of Reeve.
I mean, considering the fact that Blue turned into a human in front of everyone, the fact he's still getting some coins in his basket, you know, unless it's just people being like, well, I'll throw in a little bit, you never know.
What are you trying to say? You think Count Luis is going to lose?
Oh, no, of course not. I'm just saying.
I'll call that bet. All in on His Highness the Prince.
Bosh.
A sanctus bigwig gambling away his tithes? This really is the end of the world. Didn't know his esteemed princeliness had any supporters left.
I mean, he's not really the prince, is he? Was actually a monster in disguise all along. Haven't you heard the news? The times we live in, I tell you.
Must be tough, being an easy mark. It didn't take much for you to buy everything Luis was selling about the prince. The fireworks went off the moment he said, "Behold." Remember? You don't think there's any chance Luis orchestrated the entire thing?
Oi, churchman! You saying Count Luis lied to us? You think he cast some big illusion?
An illusion, eh? What if I said it's a power more dangerous than that? Always struck me as odd. We all know Luis, the mighty human slayer, but how does he keep finding the things one after another? Seems a bit convenient, if you ask me. Like he knows in advance where these monsters will appear to cause havoc.
Easy to nitpick and gripe about him, isn't it, churchman? Maybe someone needs to shut you up.
All right. Let's keep things civil, eh? No sense becoming a monster yourself.
Oi! What's all this fuss about? Damn it! When Count Luis is king, you'll all be the first at the gallows. You'll die just like Forden.
Well, they're probably just as anxious as the rest of us. All that yelling and thrashing helps fight it off. Humans have been sighted near the capital, after all.
It's more than that. Pockets of society have resented the upper class for ages now, but this might be the spark that lights the kindling.
I try to figure out what his play is, because he does seem to be in support of the ideals we've been going on about. But it's almost like he's approaching it from a different point of view. Maybe the point of view I've been thinking about, the whole idea, like the kind of like hypocrisy of having a ruler king. Better keep an eye on him, because again, like, he's always popping up, and there's always something going on with him. And it's not like he's trying to get power. Huh. It's like he wants the ideal of what we're searching for, but he doesn't want power.
Luis's respect for power is certainly cruel, but it's fair to an extent. Those of us pushing the status quo have always struggled to understand the appeal.
Even then, everyone's on edge. They'll jump at any excuse to argue and snarl at each other. Never seen it this bad. Not normal, I say.
Blind fanaticism and doom go hand in hand. If we don't find some common ground soon, it'll collapse beneath us.
Yeah, where's he going with him? I feel like it's pushing towards a point, but what?
Luis left saying that he'd be waiting at the royal capital. Only one place he could be. All eyes are on his Skyrunner as it rises to the flying palace. What are we about to see?
Like, what did he offer the Sanctus Church as an idea?
Ah, the royal palace. It's been a while. Do you hear me, O king? Stubborn and deathless? This country is distorted. You and the other titled authorities decide who grows fat and who is devoured.
Oh, I thought. I'll discuss it later. Like, I thought just cropped into my head, just where it might be going with that, and that could be interesting.
The country knows no war only because our very core is built upon a system of societal predator and prey. It cannot be defied from within. That is peace, but not order. Hand over the royal scepter. The game is over. The country needs change, and I will provide it.
Thou impertinent faith breaker, hast thou no shame in preempting the day of judgment?
Do you presume yourself a god? Is that why you wrought your face in stone and took it to the heavens? You're nothing. Just an ordinary, broken old man.
How wouldst thou wield the king's magic? To what end?
To purify all that your kind have left to rot. You threw away your ideals, but I will never make that mistake.
Only the people's chosen may take the throne. The royal scepter and its resting place remain beyond you.
This royal scepter, the royal magic. Did you think that only generations of kings were aware of their secrets? Why someone can manipulate world-changing power by use of only a single scepter? Why only those supported by the people can use it? Listen well, O king. The truth behind the royal magic. Huh. So it's true. The country truly is putrid with sin. In other words, if I took hold of it now, then I would have the power to change the world itself.
How didst thou learn of this?
How?
Yeah, how? Yeah, they're fake. Okay.
Thou wert elder.
You were not always blind to this country's rot. When you visited our sanctum, I saw and knew the passion in your heart. And yet, what happened to our village? What happened to this country?
Oh.
You cannot stop me any longer. Nor can anyone else. Save one lone possibility.
Red. Boom.
Snatching victory from the maw of catastrophe, the party descends again on the royal capital, Grand Trad. But they are greeted only by ominous skies. Their return hardly counts as a triumph, considering how they departed. Anticipating conflict, the Gauntlet Runner comes to a quiet stop.
What the hell's wrong with the sky?
It's just
Isn't
red.
that... Oi! That monster boy's come back! Ah, that's why the sky's grown so hellish. The half-dead bastard returns with his head held high.
A more aggressive welcome than I expected. Would any introductions help them to understand?
Hello, everyone! I am Monster Boy. Pleasure to make your acquaintance properly.
It's useless. Words are cheap. Still, we should walk with pride instead of trying to keep our heads down.
True enough.
His Royal Highness, the Prince, returns! Luis distorted his form through strange and terrible magics, but the curse is now dispelled. His true form has been restored!
Oi, if that's really His Highness, then tell us why in His Majesty in the sky stop all this bloodshed?
Cause he's an imposter! Just like Count Louis said! You'll not fool us again, beast!
Oi! Calm down. At least listen.
And you! Never thought I'd see one of the Magnus brothers standing against Count Luis, even the thick one. He took in a parapus like you, and you spit on him! Scum!
How dare you, sir?
Only thing traitors deserve is a tight rope and a stiff beam.
Whoa!
And you want us to support the prince?
Lady Juna, I can't believe this! I admired you! Why would you risk dying alongside some fake prince?
I don't intend on dying with anyone! Besides, I'm still me, whoever I'm standing with.
Hey, you chief! Weren't you the wretch who got kicked out of the knighthood? Now you're with this pack of throne chasers. Shame! Shame! Mustari girl! You ungrateful pagan! Count Luis brought down the Sanctus Church for you! How dare you strike out at him? They're all traitors, I say!
What is all this? The truth of the prince hardly matters to them. Every one of them's only concerned with their own emotions and nothing else.
Anxiety, worry.
We'll have your heads on pike soon enough. Leave! Get out of our royal capital!
If they're just monsters, we can deal with them ourselves. How about it?
This is bad. They really are out for our blood. Has everyone gone insane?
Oi! Over here! Don't bother with them! No talking this one out. You need to run! Now!
See, what is he up to? What? I've got thoughts.
We weren't away from the city that long. What happened? Why are all the people so bloodthirsty now?
The prince turning into a monster before their eyes still lingers in their minds. After all, a monster entered into their society disguised as a person.
No, that's not...
I know, it's not true. But truth and how it appears to the citizens are different beasts. Moreover, humans have been sighted closer than ever before. The royal capital's populace is unused to danger, so they've become suspicious of each other. How fares your neighbor? And do you run in circles with monsters in disguise? Are questions on the tip of every tongue. Ever since Forden's death, Luis has everyone on a knife edge. He's erratic, and nobody knows how he'll react to those who defy him if push comes to shove.
So, at the core of it, people are scared witless and they cling to Luis as a savior, rather than the devil he is.
You well know that Luis cares not one whit about social status, especially as a token of birthright. No amount of wealth or standing can buy his protection. So even those who may have opposed him at first now counsel that condemning him would be imprudent, as it puts their safety at risk.
Then we're stuffed. He won't save anyone. And oh yeah, he can create humans, by the way.
Oh, that's all true then. I had my suspicions, but is still a bit of a jolt. This all said, in my humble opinion, what we're seeing in the people now has been in the works for some time. Now, has the tournament for the throne truly ever been a fair contest? The Sanctus Church bent it to its whim, and I abetted that. To my shame. Before I met you people, I didn't have much to me but anger and quips. Yeah, I'd rant and snipe and have my cynical little discourse, but I'd only looked to others for change. Now maybe that outlook's our real enemy. Blind fanaticism, like I had. Even if there's no malice to it, it's a dangerous thing. Hard to think clear when your mind's a muddy stream.
This is genuinely where I was hoping the story would go. Which leads to what I think this might be leading towards. Again, I pointed out like they're potentially striving towards democracy in their ideals, like the people being in power, the people in control. Because I'm thinking like he's a crier, right? He's like the town crier. He's the speaker. I still feel like they're going to head towards there being a king, but coming from the UK and based on the name of the entire kingdom we've got going on here, is this heading towards a parliamentary monarchy? Like the people have the power, they decide the everyday things, but there's still a monarch. Is that where it's heading? It does seem very similar in little regards to like the history of the UK. Like there's some elements that obviously be similar to Japan as well, because they're a parliamentary system as well. It's like, yeah. So is he gonna be sort of like either the Speaker of the House or a Prime Minister who basically reports to Blue, assuming Blue then becomes king, who reports like what's going on with the people? Like I don't feel like they're gonna be getting to a true democracy, but they're gonna be on the steps towards it. That's what I feel like it's going towards. That's why I just had that thought, because I'm feeling like maybe that's what he's presented to the Sanctism Church. This is why I'm speaking to like my own country's system, because we've got the House of Commons, which is the people, and then the House of the Lords, which was in the past the people who owned land and such. Like they didn't have like proper power or anything like that anymore, but they oversaw everything. That's how the system came about, all that kind of stuff. But maybe the Sanctism become the equivalent of the House of Lords. The people become the House of Commons, and they have a monarch. Like, just got that feeling is heading towards that.
We've been told Magla is born from people's anxiety. Perhaps the proof is now before our eyes.
Kind of ironic, but we have to do something about it. If we don't, they'll never listen. We'll only ever be seen as an enemy.
I had the inn prepared. They won't let anyone in but you lot. Let's head there for now, shall we?
Yes, that's the feeling I'm getting here. That's what it's heading towards. It's like there is. I'm just wondering, like, what other systems they could be improving. Wait, I've still got the auto one. Moving towards here. I do feel like that's where it feels like it's heading. Okay, so Neuros is heading back to the Gauntlet Runner. It seems like the city has calmed down, at least a tiny bit. They've had a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner. No, they'd have a hard time wrecking our Gauntlet Runner, but we still shouldn't chance it.
All right.
We should make our way over to the Hushed Honeybee. Everyone else is already going to head.
Luis rightfully ought to be king. Oh, why?
Oh, why? Why don't we just teleport straight here? Welcome, Bo.
Smash it all
Let's have a word with you.
Let's move.
We've cleared everyone out. Let us hurry inside.
Smash it all to bits.
Smash it all bits. Ooh, red sky-head day.
again.
Is it? Oh, yes.
I'm glad you made it back in one piece. Since you left, Luis's following has only grown.
Have you changed? You're still the same person, aren't you?
'Tis quite a story, but it deserves explaining. I only hope you can believe us.
Alright, wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I had thought all this business with declaring yourself the prince was a well-meaning bluff. But under the deception, you were, in fact, the actual prince. Is that right?
It turns out we bluffed ourselves.
Still, I mean, how do you get the whole country to believe your story? Is that even possible?
Frankly, I doubt it. We've just seen firsthand how far we'll get trying to talk the people down.
Then what will you do? If this goes on...
But you're still you, yes?
I think so.
You came to help everyone, just like you helped me before, right?
Yeah, we'll go straight out with that one.
Yes, that's right. It'll all turn out fine.
Good.
I see. So, even if no one believes you, you're still determined to settle the score with Luis head on?
Even so, the gulf between us is wider than ever. The people have all but named him their champion. With so little time, a guileless appeal to the public may fall on deaf ears.
Hard luck for the honest knight. Not much room left for civil debate now that Luis is openly advocating killing his opposition. Well, that ship sailed when the king's magic faded. Anyway, if there is a key to turning the tide, first place I'd look is the castle in the sky. You saw how violent and volatile the city folk are now, but I don't think it's as simple as fearing Luis. I've been keeping an eye on the royal capital while you were off on your jaunt through the woods. Frankly, the change in public sentiment was too sudden, unnatural. It's as if they've been collectively drained of their sanity, and if I had to guess what's causing it...
You're implying it's Luis's doing? All the eeriness in the sky. Is that because...
Don't know, but the change in the citizens is certainly odd. If something really is forcing it, that means we might still have a chance to fix it.
I see. What Luis is doing in the royal palace, whether or not he truly desires a world overrun by humans. We won't know his mind until we confront him.
On the other hand, it may well be bait for a trap.
Yeah. It's that we know there's something up there. We know that, for certain. And that's what's going on.
There's gotta be something up there.
Then it's settled. Head to the royal palace and put a stop to whatever Luis is cooking up. With that Skyrunner, you're the only ones who can. And we'll fight in the ways we can too. We'll make sure the whole kingdom hears that the real prince is back after all the strife he's been through.
Indeed. If you can make things better, you might just inspire everyone to remember their own hopes and dreams. Maria's been terribly patient, waiting for you and believing in you. It'd be nice to see her smile again.
Right.
If Luis is behind all these disturbances, then stopping him will only help us in approval ratings. We can restore civility and rational thought. It'll pave the way to defeating Luis. We must press on with faith in that.
I'll always believe in you. We'll all do our best, so you can be a good king.
Yeah.
Indeed. If we win, I suppose you really will be king.
We're counting on you, O king.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
'Tis too late today for a grand charge, I fear. Let us take a night's rest, and on the morrow, we make for the castle.
I've got other things I want to do, but alright.
What to pick?
Can I give the pictures to Maria, though?
Oh,
No matter what happens, you're still new to me, mister. I'm gonna keep cheering you on forever. Oh, did you? I keep cheering you on. Rest up for tomorrow, righto? Hello. Alright, bedtime. The bed is bigger and softer than the bunks in the gauntlet. Runner. Maybe it's time to call it a night. Rest!
Good night.
Rest well.
The day of the hero draws near, which shall see the crowning of a new king. 31 days remain.
31?